My name is Manish Agroya. You are watching me on Dhruv Academic Hub. Today, we are going to understand a new topic in English, that is risk, related to the class 10th Golden Race book. First of all, I would like to introduce with this topic the reference of this topic risk. These lines have been taken from the poem Risk, composed by Janet Rand. Now, we have to understand the meaning of this poem. So let's start with the meaning of this poem. Risk is the possibility of something bad happening. Risk involves uncertainty about the effects of an activity with respect to something that humans value, such as health, wealth, well-being, property, or the environment. Now, we are going to understand this topic, risk. Now, my dear students, I tell you about the poem Risk. Human life is full of risk. There is risk in what we say or do. If we walk, there is the risk to fall. If we talk, there is the risk of displeasing someone. So, risk is a part and parcel of our life. Risk avoiding people may feel safe and comfortable for a time, but they can do nothing and achieve nothing for fear of bad results. To overcome this fear, we need courage. Without taking risk, our talent remains useless. They perish. Man without development of his talents is like an animal. A risk taking person is fearless and has undefeated courage. Now we move to the stanza 1 of this poem. To laugh is to risk appearing the fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out for another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. Now let's understand the explanation of this part. The poet says that man does not know that all his acts are full of risk. If he laughs, people may call him a fool. If he weeps, people may call him emotional. If he helps others, people may doubt his good intentions. If we express our ideas and feelings, people will know our inner self. Thus, there is risk in what we do or what we say. Now, my dear students, we are moving to stanza number 2 of this poem. To place ideas and dreams before a crowd is to risk being called knave. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. Now, let's understand the explanation of the second stanza. According to the poet, there is risk in what we do or say. If we tell the people or our ideas and planning about our life, they may call us fool. They may opinion that we have no experience of life. If we love a person, we may not get back the same love. Our life is full of dangers at every step. So there is the risk of death also. Now let's start the stanza number 3. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risk must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. Now let's start the explanation. According to the poet, every hope does not come out true. Many hopes in life end in disappointment. We try to get success in life, but we meet failures too. In life, we gain and lose. We succeed and fail. Even then, we take risk. Without taking risk, life comes to a stop. Now, my dear students, we are moving stanza number 4. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing, and becomes nothing. They may avoid suffering and sorrow, but they cannot learn, feel, change, grow, love, and live. Now, let's start the understand the explanation of this part. The poet says that the man who does not take risk cannot do anything. Such a man cannot get anything in his life. He cannot become anything in life. If he wants to do something, to have something, or to become something, he will have to take risk. The poet says that the people who do not take risk can escape from the sufferings and sorrows of life, but they cannot learn anything. They cannot feel anything new. They cannot change themselves or the world. They can make no development in life. They cannot love others. They cannot even live their lives well. All these things demand risk. Now, my loving students, we are moving the last stanza of this poem, stanza number 5. Changed by their certitude, they are slaves, they have fortified their freedom. Only a person who risks is truly free. Means the poet says the person who do not take risk become bound by a feeling of complete certainty. They become slave to their own thoughts. They lose their freedom of thoughts and actions because they fear from doing anything new. In the end, the poet says that the person who takes risk is really free from all dangers. In the last line, the poet inspires us to take risk and face difficult situations in life. I hope, my dear students, you all come to know about this poem and you may like this poem also. You should understand and learn from this poem many things about life. Thank you so much, my dear students. Keep learning at home. Stay safe.